Good morning, everyone. ND Sean 45 coming at you. This video is going to be short and sweet. I promise that this time, okay? But getting right into it. As the title to this video says, it never ceases to amaze me. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the video I made a few days ago. And what is it that doesn't cease to amaze me? You know, it seems like in this day and age, you can speak against any group, any person, anything, so on and so forth, all the way down the line. But dare you say anything about the homosexuals? Dare you say anything about them? Then it's, for whatever reason, that's off limits. Then that's when war is waged. That's when people come after you. So it's okay to say anything about anyone or anything else, but you can't say anything against the homosexuals. Now, look, people, I'm not making this out to be a big thing. It's not like I had droves of people coming after me or anything like that. It was only one person. Hey, T-Short, how you doing? And Dan, if you happen to catch this video, I am not talking about you, just so that's clear. See, you and I have talked before. You sound like a very reasonable person. But the funny thing is, and yes, you guys can go look at the comments on that video, and you can see some of the comments that I made towards T-Short, you know, because he was bringing it pretty strong, and, you know, I'm not trying to sound arrogant or cocky, but I shot him down with some truth. But the funny thing is, that wasn't even the topic of that video. The topic was it being inappropriate for elites in the media to use their profession to push their own personal agendas and whatnot. Which I feel is wrong. And the funny thing is, it wasn't only homosexuals that I mentioned. It was, I also mentioned Black Lives Matter. I mentioned feminists. I'm pretty sure I mentioned Muslims, but I could be wrong about that. I mentioned actors, athletes. Oh, and on a little side note, speaking of athletes, how about Colin Kaepernick pulling a complete 360? Clearly he's kissing ass to get a job. But anyway, to wrap this up, it is just insane how either the homosexuals themselves or their supporters will just come at you if you say the slightest thing against them. And T-Short, he proves that. You know, dude, whatever stranglehold they have over you, start thinking for yourself. And I mean, clearly, they're Dr. Frankenstein, your ego. Yes, master. Yes, master. I follow your commands. Which I guess it makes sense because, you know, 3% of the population has such a stranglehold on so many of the other people who are normal. Which, you know, and it makes sense. You know, if you want to get somewhere, especially in the world of entertainment, then yeah, you better be liberal. You better be pro-homosexual, pro-abortion, and all that stuff. So I guess that explains why so many people kiss their ass and believe all these homosexual pseudosciences. Enough with the same overused arguments. I'm not kidding. Every single thing you had to tell me, T-Short, I've heard a million times over on other comment sections to other videos and online articles about this subject. Come up with something new. And actually, as a matter of fact, I'm surprised you didn't mention the infamous shellfish comment. I hear that one a bunch too. So, come up with something new. And literally, dude, as I said a couple times in the comment section, you really are no different than the person who enables a drug addict. And I know I say that a lot, but the two have a lot in common. Both perverse lifestyles, both screw with your mind, both do damage to your body, and both eventually kill you. And I'm not afraid to say that. And to anyone else who doesn't like that, hey, there's the unsub button. Believe me, as I've said a million times before, I will not lose sleep or be bothered if you unsub me. Because I'm not afraid to get on here and speak my mind and say what I have to say. And I know a lot of you think what I'm saying isn't Christian, but as I told T-Short, you have to actually be a Christian to get how what I'm saying is actually Christian. So yeah, that's it, guys. I don't have much else to say. With that said, this is ND Sean 45 signing off. And as always, go Irish! And today, take down the Louisville Cardinals, baby.